Hi, this is my HMI project. First, we're going to start by just taking a look at the PLC program. In this first rung, you'll see that all I have is the start and stop batch. And once the tank is full, the batch will cease to start running. Next, we have discharge batch, which is pretty much the same, just while it's discharging. And then when the tank is empty, it'll finish discharging. Or you can stop the batch at any time, which will cancel both of these processes. This is where it starts to get a little bit more complicated. So this is where the user can define how many ingredients can go into the vat. So they can set these user ingredient 1, 2, or 3 to whatever they like in the HMI program. And then it will continue to fill these amounts until the user defined ones are met. And then once they're all equal, the batch will be complete and it'll cease to run. Here's where I do a little bit of math. So when you discharge a batch, the source variables are going to be 0, and then they move into the ingredients. Then it adds all that together, obviously equaling 0, and then that will go into your ingredient volume total. The next one is while the batch is running, so this will just compute. It'll add all the ingredients together, and then it will just increase the amount on the tank. And then when that is complete, a tank full light will come on. Next, you have the flow meters that I've built. So these are pretty simple. So the valves open for each ingredient, and it causes the timer to go. And this timer will be like a liters per second sort of thing, but right here it's millisecond. So the user sets how many milliseconds they want a liter to pass through the flow valves. So the timer goes, and then once the timer finishes, you'll add one ingredient, and then the timer will restart, and that's the same for all 3 of these. So now we'll go into the HMI, and just gonna clear those. First, I'm going to log in as an operator, and they pretty much have a lot of access, except they can't control the machine or the amount of ingredients that goes into it. So I'm going to go to the batch display, and they can't have access to either control. Let's go back to the main menu, log out, and then log back in as the administrator, which is myself. And then I will have full access. So yeah, here's the system controls. So start, stop, and discharge. Ingredient controls. So this is the amount of liters per each ingredient, and then at a rate of milliseconds per liter. So I can set both of these values right here, and then I can just go back. I also have trend data, so you can see in real time the different ingredients filling up at a time. And then, yeah, and then the ingredient control. Okay, so I'm going to set different values here just so we can see. Oh, sorry about that. I completely forgot that I set different limits for these things. So it sets a limit of 500 on these because the tank volume is only set to 1,000, so it doesn't make sense to make more of each ingredient. Let's make it slow. This one, speed that up. And this one can stay at just 200. I'll go back, system control. I'm going to start the batch, and then I get my alert warning batch in progress. I'm going to close that. I'm going to check out the trend, and then you can see the different batches. See, this one went up really quickly. These ones are much slower to fill up. And I also have my animation for the tank filling up, along with a small graphical display on the 1,000 liters of the full tank filling up. So I'm going to stop that because that's going to take far too long. And then I'm going to discharge the batch. And then my tank volume's at 0. My tank is clearly empty. I did not add a flow meter to the discharge because I felt like it wasn't needed. Tank data, everything's back to 0, everything's reset, and that's my project. Thank you.